course, you can still see. You know what the original looked like. But perhaps if you didn't know what the original looked like, you might not be quite so sure that there's a hexagon here or a hexagon here. And go on again. And now I think it's disappearing altogether, just into grey mist. That might be the last one, or maybe just one more. And that's several hundred of these iterations. Oh, and it's a different shift pattern each time. But no line moves more than 1 or 2 pixels further than its neighbours on either side. So if they start together, they just move a little bit that way or a little bit that way. It's a very slow process. And to get now move on to just taking one of the line drawings and applying a bit of a filter process, graphic process, which is very easy to do. Talking about really. Oh, that is a bit out of place. Is taking a version of that shifted thing, and I don't know if you noticed. Well, perhaps could you just go back a few? Just to get 2 or 3 more here. You see, the whole picture has been shifted down so that what goes off at the top appears again at the bottom. And what's gone off that end has come over here. And as I indicated, the end points haven't been changed. So, and so I've just saw a way of putting these together to make an array. It's just one off, and the next one, and then you can do all sorts of wonderful things with filters, making it look nice. Now, this is a warm-up for next week's talk. By the way, so it's almost all in black and white. Next week it will be colour. But this morning, and I've used these things to see this. I don't know. I woke up this morning. I thought I could use some of these. I could use multiple displays of these dissections to make a font. So this morning I modified my program to make this, in case you can't see it, it's a letter A in a 5x3. I've spent some time in the past doing font design, and I should so it's just a matter of, and each one of these is a bit different because it's random value, but they're fairly evenly spaced. A 5x3, by the way, is about the smallest you can make character set out. And so then with 1 or 2 filters, I can sort it back, get it like that. And I think that, well, that took me a couple of hours this morning to do, to get to that stage. But then I mostly remembering exactly how my program works. So I know now I could go on and do a P and an R and some of the other easy letters pretty quickly. And I think I may well do that, because as well as editing this publication page, I also usually for each issue design a new masthead. It might tell you something to say, I'm very interested. We have, like other specialist groups and branches, we have meetings. And 3 or 4 years ago there was very interesting chap, came from Oxford to talk to us. And afterwards he looked at some copies of page and he said, you don't have a house style. And I said, no, we won't have one either. He seemed a bit puzzled about that. Well, and this is the this canvas really. These are here by mistake. Just have to look. That's a different effect just by repeating the same image but reduced each time. So they're not subdivided, it's a set of separate subdivisions. Carry on. There's another 4 of this, okay, there's just a few more of these sets of 5 to show. And again, most of that's gone off the page. No. Not that at all. Curious, it gives us, to me at least, quite a 3D effect. And again, you can just talk about filters and make different shapes. And I think that's all. Now, I have done 1 or 2 animations. I once thought that I might become an animator because I did do some of the animations for Ridley Scott's Alien.
Ooh, cool.
So you may well have seen some of my work before. But due to, the people I worked with, we didn't, it's just long enough ago, that was in 78, 79, you didn't have these tremendously long credits where, the bootleg gets mentioned, the directors, whatever. So we never got mentioned on the titles. And some of my colleagues did the other computer animation. So, because it was in the script, can you run that animation? Yes, I think that's the one. This is the recursive routine for subdivision in action. You can see that it does the centre, then it goes to the furthest away, and it goes around clockwise. And that brings me back to the beginning, because it was, apart from very many other things, Stanley Gill was one of those remarkable people who was not only expert, well, he is credited with having invented the subroutine, but another of his inventions, my favourite one, was his definition of recursion. It just says, see recursion. I'm sorry to say that he died in 1975. What a young age. He also wrote the very first article in the very first issue of the BCS Computer Journal. You can stop it now. That's it. Sorry, not quite. Some copies, back numbers of his single copies are not to take away. If you'd like to take a copy of page 67, which I said about mainly about this interview, then if you can afford it, leave a couple of pounds so that we're not robbing the BCS. Yes,
what's the website of the computer exercise?
Oh, it's just well, you just go to the BCS website. I haven't. It's computer-arts-society. Whatever. But you can get it very easily by going to the BCS site and just getting the specialist group picking it up. And this, not all of them, but most of them are now, most of the issues of page are now online, and page 67 is already online.
Thank you, Alice.